Welcome back. Today we're going to talk about guidepost number 3. Tune in. Tune in, listening to your inner voice and emotions. You are your own best guide. The more you listen inward, the clearer the path becomes. A reflection. Tuning in is a practice of pausing long enough to hear what's really going on inside. It's learning to listen, not to the noise of the world, but to the quiet truth of your own heart. For many of us, this is unfamiliar terrain. We've been conditioned to value external validation, to seek guidance from others before trusting ourselves. But you carry wisdom that no one else can access. Your body, your emotions, your intuition, they are always communicating with you. When you practice tuning in, you're strengthening a relationship with yourself. You begin to notice subtle cues, the quickening of your breath when something doesn't feel right, the warmth in your chest when something lights you up. Tuning in isn't about having all the answers, it's about creating space for your inner truth to emerge. The more often you listen, the more you build self trust. Over time, you come to rely less on outside approval and more on your own knowing. This practice is both ancient and revolutionary. In a world that profits from your disconnection, tuning in is an act of courage. It's a return to the truth that your body, your heart, and your spirit are wise beyond measure. Connection. There was a time when I felt completely lost. Every decision felt heavy, and I found myself asking everyone around me what I should do. Friends, family, even strangers online. I was searching for certainty, for someone else to tell me what was right for me. The more I asked, the more confused I became. Everyone had different opinions, and none of them felt true to me. There was a season of my life when I felt really disconnected from myself. After my divorce, I was so busy holding everything together, single parenting, rebuilding my business, managing household tasks, homeschooling, that I stopped listening to my inner voice. One evening, after putting the kids to bed, I sat alone in the quiet. It was the first time I could hear myself think in days. I pulled out my journal and wrote the words, "What do I need right now?" The answer came in a wave of unexpected tears. I need rest. I need art. I need quiet. That night, I lit a candle, made myself a cup of tea, and painted with watercolors. Nothing fancy, just color on paper. At first, there was silence, but then I noticed my shoulders start to soften, my jaw start to unclench, a sense of calm wash over me. I realized I had been holding my breath for days. In tuning into myself, I found space. I found home. The answer wasn't in words, it was in that release and the exhale that followed. My body, it already knew. I needed to slow down. I needed to stop outsourcing my knowing and start trusting myself again. In that moment, something shifted. It didn't fix everything overnight, but it was the first step toward coming home to myself. Now, tuning in is a daily practice. I sit quietly, place my hand on my heart or belly, or sometimes I'm in the shower or in the car, wherever a moment of solitude exists, and I ask, "What do you need?" Some days the answer is rest. Some days it's movement or creativity. But every time I listen, I strengthen that inner connection. Try this small, tangible actions. Place your hand on your heart and ask yourself, "What do I need right now?" Listen without judgment. Set a timer for 2 minutes. Close your eyes and focus on the rhythm of your breath. Do a slow body scan from head to toe. Notice any areas of tension or ease. What are they telling you? Free write in a journal for 5 minutes without editing or censoring. Let your inner voice spill onto the page. Step outside, close your eyes, and tune into the sounds around you. Let nature guide you back to yourself. Pause and reflect prompts. When was the last time I truly listened to my inner voice? What did it tell me? How do I feel when I slow down and tune into my body's sensations? Where in my life am I seeking answers outside of myself? What might happen if I trusted my own knowing a little more? How does my body communicate yes? How does my body communicate no to me? Pause deeper. Learning to tune in can be tender work. For years, you may have been taught to dismiss your feelings, to push through discomfort, to ignore the quiet voice inside. It's no wonder it feels challenging to listen inward. But this is how we begin to reparent ourselves. Tuning in isn't always easy. There's often resistance, a belief that what's inside might be too much, too messy, or too painful to sit with. But when I soften and I listen, I find my own wisdom waiting. It's not about having answers, it's about creating space for truth to rise. My inner voice has never led me astray. She's just been waiting for me to listen. By sitting quietly and offering ourselves presence and attention, we rebuild trust. Your nervous system may resist at first, expecting judgment or dismissal, but with time and gentle, continuous practice, you create safety within. Each pause is a reminder to your body that it's safe to speak and be heard. You become your own sanctuary, the place where your deepest truths are welcomed and honored. Play and connect prompts. Create a listening playlist of songs that help you connect with your emotions. Draw or paint an abstract image of how your intuition feels today. Move your body to a song that matches your current mood. Let yourself move freely. Go on a silent walk. No phone, no distractions. Just listen to your body and surroundings. Craft a feelings wheel or chart to map your emotional landscape this week. Play deeper. Play is one of the most profound ways we access inner wisdom. Through movement, music, and art, we bypass the analytical mind and tune into the body's intuitive language. When you move your body without judgment, when you draw shapes without meaning, you open a channel for truth to emerge. Play teaches your nervous system that it's safe to explore and express without fear of being wrong. It builds self trust in a way words often can't. This kind of play is sacred. It's how we listen with our whole selves. Space for personal reflection. Journal prompt. What is my body trying to tell me today? How can I honor that message? Doodle. Draw a symbol or shape that represents your inner compass. What colors and lines feel true? Collage. Create a vision board of your inner sanctuary. Gather images, words, textures that evoke peace, clarity, and inner knowing. The space is yours. Let it be a reflection of your inner world. Bite-size art therapy prompts. Draw a heart and fill it with words your inner voice longs to hear. Paint an abstract image of how you feel inside today. Create a trust myself mantra card and decorate it. Trace your hand and write one intuitive truth on each finger. Photograph something that makes you feel grounded and at home in yourself. Create a map of your emotions using colors and shapes. Write a letter from your future self, offering you guidance and reassurance. Affirmation. I trust my inner knowing. I listen deeply to the wisdom of my body and my heart. Every breath brings me closer to my truth. I am safe to tune in and trust what I hear. My inner voice is wise, loving, and always guiding me home. Reflection on the affirmation. Speak these words aloud as you place your hand on your heart. Feel the rhythm of your breath as you affirm your own wisdom. Imagine each word settling into your bones, becoming part of who you are. Affirmations are not just words, they're practices of embodiment. When you repeat this affirmation with intention, you are retraining your nervous system, rewiring your brain to trust yourself. You are reminding every part of you that it's safe to listen, safe to trust, and safe to act on your own knowing. This affirmation becomes a gentle guide back to your inner landscape whenever you feel lost or disconnected. Quote, at the center of your being, you have the answer. You know who you are, and you know what you want. Lao Tzu, integration practice for daily life. Morning check-in. Each morning, place your feet on the ground and ask, what do I need today? Listen for the answer and honor it in a small way. Body compass practice. When faced with a decision, pause and notice your body's signals. Does it expand with yes? Does it tighten with no? Start listening. Set aside 5 minutes a day to sit in silence and listen inward. No agenda, just presence. Why this matters. The more often you tune in, the stronger your inner guidance becomes. This practice builds self-trust and inner safety. Over time, you will find clarity, ease, and confidence in your choices. Tuning in is not a one-time act, but an ongoing relationship with yourself that deepens with practice. Final thought. You are the expert on your own life. The answers you seek have always been within you, waiting for your attention. Tuning in is an act of devotion, a return to your truest self. Listen gently, and you will hear the wisdom you've carried all along. In the quiet, in the stillness, your true voice emerges. It has been patiently waiting for you to listen.